on the energy thing. Please. Okay, so we begin. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. So this is just opening our sacred space. It's a space of consciousness, place where we discuss about wisdom, we open new ways of thinking, we explore our own ways of thinking. But we also begin to recognize a little bit about ourselves. So I want to begin just as the discussion was going on here, that how there seems to be some level of synchronicity between key agendas being imposed and the seasonal changes that we have over a 12-month period. So we have equinox and we have solstice. Now, what you will notice is that the first lockdown began in the spring energy. Spring equinox, off it goes the growth energy. So if you grow your intentions in spring, then those intentions will move with the energy of the universe, or your part of the universe. So it is a place of growth. And the midpoints, there's a light midpoint and a dark midpoint, are the solstices, the summer one and the winter one. And then you will notice that the second lockdown begins around autumn equinox, coincidentally. And now we recognize that the whole thing, we're all going to be free, everything's going to be normal on the summer solstice. How incredible is that? Major changes synchronized with something to do with seasons or changes in the universe. And this is what we mean by awakening, when you begin to recognize that there's so much more, not just all this sinister stuff, but there's so much more about energy, about life, that we just haven't really paid much attention to, because no one's really pointed it out. We've just taken life for what it was. Now, these new ways of thinking, which include energy, which include intention, and which include consciousness. Three things. Energy, meaning the action, to do something. Intention, what to do. And then to follow that through. Because this is where we are. Because the layers of narratives are now starting to look a little bit feeble. Did you know in 130 years, this year or last year was the only year they had no flu in England? How incredible is that? Yeah, incredible. Must be because we're all wearing masks. Yeah, interesting. So again, we notice that 130, and I don't think we've heard anyone dying of heart attacks either, have we really? Or anything else for that matter. Around 2,000 people die of heart attacks a day. God knows how many from cancer. But that's not a priority. Yeah? Going into another country, obliterating it, millions dying, that's not a priority. But to save Granny, all the children, we have to take all these different things, emotional blackmail. So when we begin to see things for what they are, not what we'd like to believe, for what they are, then we can take a judgment, not from our mind, but from our inner space. Does this feel right or not? Which bit do I want to add to or not? And the narrative, how long can you live like this? How long? The fact that people have been asked for papers. I mean, this is 21st century now. And it was decided that last century that never will we let what happened to the Jews ever happen again. Look at your history. And there are some patterns. History repeats itself. Heard that before? Here it is. But if humanity learns, then humanity can do something about it. If humanity doesn't learn, then humanity will have to go through its next crisis in order to say again, we will never let that happen again. And how do we do it? We don't do it through anything major. Don't need to do anything like that. You just need to position yourself within yourself. That's it. You're enough. Each one is enough. It's like a butterfly effect. A tiny movement somewhere will affect the whole paradigm. You know the yin and yang symbol, right? So in the white bit, you have a little black dot, and in the black bit, you have a little white dot. That's what you are. Every time you sit with yourself, every time you become present, because what you're doing is you are connecting to your very source. Your source is no different from the source of existence. Don't need no religion. You don't need no middlemen or women. You simply need to know what you are. That's it. And as long as we are distracted by fear, running away from death, of which we know nothing, yet we're running away from it. Could be the best thing in the world. Could be. Imagine that. You said, oh, well, I wish all this drama just finished. What's the difference between that and death? See what I'm saying? So because we don't know much about existence, is a cycle. Nothing is added, nothing is taken away. It just keeps changing itself. That's it. Leaves fall down, become dust, dust is absorbed, become part of the tree, rain. The whole thing is a cycle. You are a cycle, I am a cycle. And if we are a cycle, if we are these waves that are emerging from this ocean, then we are also the ocean. It's just the way we look at it. And that's all it means. Meditation, that's all it takes you. And the other thing I want to talk about today is grace. You know, if I ask the question, all right, what would it mean to feel blessed? What would change in your life today in order for you to feel blessed and loved? What do you reckon? What would change? Would like a big light come over? Maybe your religious figure comes and says, hey, you're blessed. Do you need some heavenly thing to happen? It's an interesting question, no? Okay. So maybe we can say, all right, one way of blessing is when we bless a child, it's an expression of love, isn't it? Care. Love, care, comfort, nurturing, those kind of words go with blessing, plus more. True? So we're good at giving this, but we are not necessarily good at receiving this. Well, not even so much receiving this. It's understanding. Grace, blessing, is when you recognize that you are enough and worthy of love, respect, and care. It's just being open to that. So we can ask ourselves the question, what can we do to open ourselves with this? So I want to introduce a meditation, which we did back in the other place many years ago, the smile meditation. Yeah? Okay, if that's all right. So it's a slight modification on the body scan, but it's a really, really wonderful meditation, really wonderful meditation. And the meditation is based on now what the science is kind of telling us, because we need the science to tell us that, people who've been doing this for thousands of years were right. So what science is now saying is that our entire body, so let's just look at our kind of body image. Our entire body, what we think we are, is like a collection of trillions of little cells. And each of these cells is a living entity of itself. It has it's alive. Dead cells aren't necessarily there, they fall apart, but new cells are constantly being created. So like every 6 weeks, you get new eyes. Did you know that? Yeah, I think it's about every 6 weeks. And I think every few months, your entire gut replaces itself. The old cells die, new cells become available. Always, constantly. This is what we call aging, growing. Right? So your entire body, all your bones, everything, 6, 7 years, you got a brand new one. Right? 6, 7 years, brand new one. Yeah, and obviously it evolves. Yeah, it grows. It's like a pattern it's following. So these cells, these entities, they're not like singular. They respond to stimulus. They respond to things. Right? So if you tell yourself that you're ill, you'll become ill. They respond to it. Right? They respond. But they also respond to love. And how do we express love without words? Smile. Right? And it's called the smiling meditation. Okay? So the way we begin is we're going to do a body scan and we're going to bring to our inner awareness something that makes us smile. We're going to begin with that. And then we're going to go through the body. And as we go through the body, we're going to smile at our organs. We're going to smile at our eyes. We're going to smile at our throat. All of this has been working. Do we even care? They're looking like a clown, just the intention to smile. Do you mean? Bring that to your mind. Bring that to your mind. If you feel, oh, my smile's going, just bring the clown thing. So that's the intention to smile is all we need. And you may be surprised how your organs respond to you. Right? You may be surprised how they respond to you. When we begin to look after ourselves with just a smile, but a very powerful meditation indeed. Yeah. Okay. So before we go to the smile meditation, last week I mentioned that we were thinking, since we've got an equinox coming, what do you know? We were thinking, how about getting together in different ways? We don't know how yet. Connect with some of our indigenous friends from different parts of the world and do a collective, global, shamanic something to move the intention, to move the focus. Right? We up for it? Yeah. Okay. Okay. So I will speak to all those that are interested in this. We'll organize this through the center. Let's collect the stuff, and we'll begin to connect with people and see how we do it. And if you've got any suggestions, and look, I want to contribute to this. I want to sing a song. I want to play something. What do you want to add to it? Because if we can make it like a really good event, global, yeah, we could have a lot of fun that day. Do you know what I mean? And use the equinox use it to create our new, get out of this old energy. Let's move
I've
on.
got a shamanic drum.
Excellent. We got a shamanic drum.
If you're going to play with other people,
Yeah, I've got drums upstairs. I'll show you the drums.
yeah.
Okay. All right. So we've got a shamanic workshop kind of thing. All right. But it is for support, mental health, and well-being. And well-being. Remember that. That we're always trying to provide it with the communal support in order to create this well-being. And the shamanic way, this use of equinox energy to make ourselves, lift ourselves into a new way of being, may be the very thing we need. Yeah, just to make sure. Okay, so shall we begin our meditation? Right, so usual, just straighten your back and pull your shoulders back a little bit. And as you close your eyes and breathe in, becoming present to yourself. Becoming present to yourself. Sense your body. And notice if there's anything in your body that's dominant at this moment. Notice the kind of thoughts you're having or have been having. Bring your focus to your chest. Notice how you feel. On your next breath out, just take a moment to notice what's around you by listening. Just extending your awareness around you. Now bring your focus gently to your seat. Notice sensations within your body. Bring this focus up towards your hips. Move it down your thighs towards your knees. And then from your knees, we move down to your ankles. And then from your ankles to your feet. See if you can notice the soles of your feet. Coming back to whatever you're sitting on. Notice it's straight, it's relaxed. As you breathe in, bring your focus to your lower back. Next breath in, up towards your middle back. Next breath in, up towards your shoulder blades. From your shoulders, move your focus down towards your elbows. Bring this focus towards your wrists. Notice the palms of your hands. Notice the fingers on your hands. Bringing your focus up towards your eyes. Notice the darkness. The one that's noticing the darkness is awareness. See if you can become aware of awareness. Relax this part of the eyes. Move your focus to your mouth. Notice your tongue. Allow it to soften. And now soften your face. Just allow it to relax. Bringing your focus to your breath. As you breathe in, once again, become aware of your body as best as you can. Sensing your body as best as you can. And now bring your focus just beneath your nose. Notice how your breath is flowing. Stay with your breath. Stay with your breath. Stay with your breath. When you're ready, bring someone that you love or someone that makes you smile to your mind's eye. And as this image begins to form, or this memory, notice how it changes the energy within you. Allow that to happen. Thinking of someone or something that makes you smile and you love. Begin to feel that change. Now, as you breathe in, bring that energy, that lightness towards your eyes and hold it there. Your eyes have been working from the moment they were open, enduring so much in a day. It's time to thank them. Just the intention to smile at your eyes. And we do that once or twice, synchronizing it with our breath. And we gently, as we breathe in, we bring this focus down towards our face, towards our mouth, and we stop at our tongue. Our mouth, with these 32 razor-sharp teeth, it hardly bites the tongue, allows you to taste so many things. So time to thank your tongue, your mouth, with this little intention to smile. And again, and again. As you breathe in, see if you can bring this awareness, allow it to go down towards your throat, moving towards your heart. And with every breath in, your focus at your heart becomes more stable, increased in awareness, holding your focus around your heart, your chest. This heart started beating when you were 6 weeks old in your mother. It hasn't stopped. And this tiny little element in your body, this organ, holds so much compassion, so much love, had so many heartaches. Hasn't complained, just keeps beating, loving, living. Time to smile at your heart. Thank extending wellness towards it. If there is one, for a few moments. As we breathe in now, this focus moves from our heart towards our lungs, filling our lungs with warmth, with light, with awareness. Sometimes the color silver helps stay with that. Our lungs filling and emptying all by themselves. Started forming 25 weeks into your mum. Still working. Time to thank them. Thanking them with a smile, with an act of gratitude, appreciation. And now as we breathe in, we move to the right side, just near a rib cage, See if you can bring your focus there. Manufacturing essential elements to keep you alive. Filters things. Time to give it some warmth. Smiling at it. If there is one. And now as you breathe in, you move to the left side of your body. Moving to your spleen, your pancreas. Essential part of your life. Working 24/7, never complaining, making sure body remains regulated. Just extend some awareness towards that part of the body and smile. And again. And again. Now as you breathe in, this focus begins to go towards your kidneys at the back. With every tense. When you feel you have awareness at your kidneys, lower back, they too have been working tirelessly. Filtering, getting rid of all the toxins, never complaining. Even though you poison our bodies with all sorts of foods. Time to smile at the kidney. And now gently bring your focus just beneath your nose again. And begin to notice your breath. Stay with your breath. And now we look at the nature of our breath. The breath that began in your grandmother, where your mother's eggs were. The breath that continued in your mother. And the breath that is here today. That you are. Notice how the breath breathes by itself. Notice that the in-breath knows exactly when to begin and when to end. Just like the out-breath. Notice that there's a gap at the end of your out-breath, just like there is at the end of your in-breath. See if you can notice the gap at the end of your out-breath. And in that moment, when there is no in-breath or out-breath, you still exist. The eternal awareness. Following your out-breath all the way till the end. And experiencing the breathlessness. breath has a speed. Sometimes it's slow, sometimes it's fast. Notice that your breath has a temperature. Sometimes it feels cool, sometimes it feels warm. See if you can notice that. Notice that your breath has a sound. Stay with your breath, listening. Stay with your breath. On your next breath out, begin to listen to the sounds around you. Notice that there are sounds in front of you and there are sounds around you. Allow the sounds to come. Following the sound of this bell as far as you can. Notice the absence of your mind, the presence of awareness. The presence of stillness, the presence of stillness. Following the sound of this bell, see if you can notice the stillness. Gently bringing your focus just beneath your nose, sitting with your breath, sitting with that silence. And if the mind comes, the thoughts come, notice them, come back to your breath. Simply watching the movement of the breath. On your next breath out, become aware of your body as best as you can. Notice how still it feels. Notice how still it feels. Bring your focus to the chair, whatever you're sitting on. Notice you're still held in place. Notice the sensations in your body. Move your focus to your thighs. Moving down towards your ankles. From your feet. From your feet. Moving to the soles of your feet. Coming back to your chair. And then notice your back, upright and straight. Notice your shoulders, arms and hands feel comfortable and relaxed. Notice your shoulders, arms and hands. Notice that your eyes are still closed. Your mouth is still closed. Your face is relaxed. Coming back, notice that you can sense your body. And as you breathe out, you can sense your body. Notice what happens when you have the intention to smile. You can notice the subtle change in your body. When you think of someone you care for, you love. Notice the warmth. Notice the subtle change. Thinking of anyone or anything that makes you smile, makes you feel loved. And when you hear the bell, imagine that this radiates all across from your heart, spreading everywhere around you, this warmth. Allow this warmth to follow the bell. Allowing it to fill your entire body with the same light. Hold that feeling, few deep breaths in, and then gently opening your eyes. Okay, everyone back. Right. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the smiling meditation. It's different. Yeah. And we will next week, maybe we will add the sound meditation, and then we will move with the Qigong sounds, and then we will kind of combine and see where we end up. Yeah. Life is good to have fun with. All right, excellent. We'll tell you how we're getting on with this this global party that we're going to try and organize, and we'd like to get everyone involved. All right, so Vaheguru Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Excellent. Thank you very much.